What's up everyone, Carter here, and in this video I'm going to go over exactly how you can start investing your money in your 20s to set yourself up for financial freedom and long-term wealth. My name is Carter Maxwell. I'm 21 years old. I'm a college dropout and I've been involved in the making money online and investing space for 8 years. I've generated over $1 million in online sales through physical products, digital products, subscription services, and a few other income sources. In this video, I am not going to show you some get-rich-quick scheme or some make money overnight opportunity. I'm not even going to tell you what to do, and none of this is financial advice. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into my life as a 21-year-old entrepreneur. I'm going to share with you the exact ways that I am going to currently be investing my money in my early 20s to set myself up for my 30s and hopefully the rest of my life. With that being said, here are the exact ways that I invest my money in my 20s, and some ways you can as well. So before we get any further, I know a lot of people are going to be like, Carter, what if I have little to no money to my name? What if I have $100 to my name? And that's why I wanted to bring this up, because let's say you have $100 to your name and you put it in an investment and you make 10% that year. Now you're left with $110. Now that initial $110 is going to be extremely hard to multiply by just using investments, especially getting like a 10% return, which is great when you have a little bit more capital to work with. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was your active income. I think this is the most important thing because you need to focus on your active income before you can focus on investing. Now, what exactly do I mean by active income? Essentially what I mean is you need income coming in. Now there's two main ways that you can get this done. One, through a job, and two, through side hustles. Now the job is probably one of the easier ones because you're young and you have time as an advantage, so you can trade your time for money. Now, you don't have to work the job forever. However, this can be a great way for you to start trading your time for money, start receiving some income to where you can then start placing that income into investments. Now, how I started when I was young is I did a ton of different side hustles, everything from mowing lawns to raking leaves. I did a lot of reselling on eBay and Amazon and even stuff locally. All I say is that if you want to start a side hustle, just be creative. Before I turned age 20, I believe I had tried 15 different side hustles. Not every side hustle worked for me. Not everyone was profitable, but I was starting to build these skills that I could start placing into different businesses and start having success pretty quickly. So before focusing on what you're going to invest in or what the next best investment is going to be, focus on your active income so that you have income coming in that you can place into investments. So you might be wondering, Carter, well, what are your income sources? So here are 7 of my main income sources. And as I go through this year, I'll probably add on to this as well. But these were the main 7. So I sell physical products on Amazon. I have my own subscription service. People pay me a monthly fee to be a part of an exclusive community. I make money from YouTube ad revenue. I sell digital products, stuff like ebooks, courses. I invest in the stock market, cryptocurrency, as well as affiliate marketing. So the first way that I like to invest my money is through the stock market. Now I split my portfolio mainly, and I see an 80%, 20% split. Now the reason I do this is to limit my risk. So over here, majority of my portfolio involves index funds. Now an index fund is a great way for you to diversify your portfolio. So instead of putting all of your money into one single company where if it goes up, you make a lot of money, if it goes down, you lose a lot of money, you can limit your risk by putting that money into index funds. So for instance, one of my favorite index funds is the S&P 500. So I have the largest portion of my index funds in an S&P 500 index fund. So essentially this index fund is an accumulation of the 500 largest US-based companies. The other 20% of my stock portfolio are in single company stocks. Stocks like Amazon, Tesla, Apple's. Basically, I'm gonna be investing in companies and brands where I see them improving and growing in the future. So my second investment, and one of my more recent ones, is cryptocurrency. So obviously, as you know, crypto has been booming in popularity over the last year or two, and crazy enough, I've actually been involved in the Bitcoin space since 2017. Now there's a quick story behind this. Essentially, Bitcoin really picked up in popularity. I bought at the top and ended up selling at the bottom. So not my greatest experience in 2017. So from 2017 to today, a lot has happened with Bitcoin. And over the past 6 months or so, I've started to become a lot more involved in the community. I've been doing a lot more reading, watching a lot more YouTube videos, and it's something that I personally have faith in. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not putting my life savings into Bitcoin or Ethereum. I actually have a very small percentage of my overall net worth into crypto. I treat it as almost a gamble. My money can double, triple, quadruple, or it could potentially go down to zero. It's something that I have to live with. However, I do think it's a really cool investment. I think it's something that has huge potential going in the future. There's a lot of people talking about it, a lot of people investing with it. All I can say is that the money that I'm putting into cryptocurrency, I'm okay losing. Now, I don't expect it to go down to zero, but I understand that the market is very volatile and it can fluctuate. Now, my third investment is actually my personal brand. Now, this personal brand does require me to put some money into it. However, most of it is actually my time. And however, your time is your most valuable asset. So why am I putting so much time? Why am I investing so much energy and money into building my personal brand? Well, through my personal brand is exactly how you're watching this video. Through the top 3 platforms, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, I'm actually creating content. My overall goal is to create content that people can get value from, that can positively impact their life. And what happens is after you create a valuable piece of content and someone can relate to it and they want to continue to learn from you, they'll follow you on these different platforms. And so after you build a loyal base of followers, that's where monetization can come into place. So if you ever drop a product or a service or a coaching opportunity, whatever it might be, those loyal followers have been, digesting your content and seeing all the value they're providing. It's gonna be a lot easier for them to hand you money and purchase whatever product you're offering. And the third thing about my personal brand is networking. I've met so many great individuals, so many great business connections that just came from me being active on these platforms and posting content. And the cool thing is, you don't even have to have huge followings to meet some really cool people on social media. So the fourth investment that I'll actually be starting for the first time this year is real estate. I've seen so many people build long-term wealth and generational wealth through real estate. So over the past year, I've been diving deep into books, articles, YouTube videos, courses, trying to figure out how real estate can apply to me in my 20s. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to real estate. I really don't even know how exactly it works, but I'm gonna dive into it this year. And here's my plans for my first real estate investment. So you see 2 numbers right here, and through the last couple years, I guess the last 8 years, I've been having different side hustles and businesses, and I've been either investing that money into the stock market, other investments, or keeping a little bit in the bank for an opportunity like this. So I have this theory that a lot of young people, and I was the same way, think that real estate is this business that requires, hundreds to thousands of millions of dollars to get into, and that's just not the case. For example, let's say that you're looking to buy a $200,000 single family home, which is probably the range that I'm going to be looking at for my first investment property. Now, I'm actually going to live in that property for a year, and it's going to be my first property. So I actually qualify for an FHA loan. So I actually only have to put down 3.5% of the total purchase price. So if I go for a $200,000 house, we use that as an example, I actually only have to put down a $7,000 down payment. Now there's some additional costs, some closing costs, some fees that might go into that, but it's gonna be around the $7,000 range. Now, my overall goal is to live in this home for a year, maybe renovate it if it needs some, revisions or a new floor or whatever it might be. And after a year, I'm going to actually move out of that property and I'm gonna turn it into a long-term rental. So I'm gonna hire a property management company who's going to take, a small percentage of the rent that I charge, and they're actually going to manage the property, put tenants in the property, and take care of it from there. So a really cool way to invest my money. I'm super young, so I just want to hop into it now. If I make any mistakes, I'll learn from it and go from there. My fifth and final investment is investing in myself. So what do I mean by this? I believe that the highest ROI investment is in yourself, your education, your health. You can do this through books, courses, YouTube videos, coaching calls, events. There's so many different ways that you can invest in yourself. This is truly the best investment. If you take anything from this video, make sure you are investing in yourself, your education. What information are you taking in? Are you watching stupid prank videos or are you watching financial videos? How to build long-term wealth, how to invest in the stock market, how to get started with real estate, how to create an additional stream of income. Your health. This one is super important. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're eating the the right foods. Your body is your temple. Make sure you are treating your body right so that you have the energy to produce great results in your life. And then of course, there's so many different ways that you can educate yourself and invest in yourself. The amount of books I've bought, the amount of money I've spent on courses, thousands and thousands of dollars spent on events, plane flights to the events, hotels, just so that I could learn. And whatever I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna apply to my businesses. So those are the 5 investments that I am spending majority of my time and money and effort in perfecting as a 21-year-old entrepreneur. If you got any value from this video, make sure to smash that like button. I would greatly appreciate that. If you have any questions regarding anything I talked about in this video, feel free to comment below. I'll do my best to get back to as many as I can. And of course, if you want to see more videos just like this, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you all in the next video.